Cool. Shot o'clock.
I'm gonna wing it.
Shot o'clock.
Swig o'clock or pouring up shots?
Nah,
Let's
shot.
say shot. Yeah, swigs are for
Shot.
the can.
All right, so the Casamigos for the shots.
Yeah, swigs are for the can.
I ain't cutting none of this first part. This is good.
I went to the gym today.
Oh, it's on right now?
Yeah.
He said, yup.
The shot o'clock. Ain't cutting none of that.
You're a funny guy.
That's
Funny guy right here.
Good work.
It's raw action.
Hey, for
Behind the
sure.
scenes. Now we're live, big news.
Now we're live. All right, take your cup.
Hey, y'all. It's gonna get crazy. Not
All right.
too crazy, though.
Not too crazy. Cheers to not too crazy. All
Not too
right.
crazy.
Kareem said, please don't.
Yeah, it's a rubber. Yeah.
Don't do me like that.
Woo!
Aaron said, in my house.
I might need another one.
You might get another one.
I might need another one.
Oh, yeah.
We still gotta do our intros.
Back
right?
to back. Pour up.
It's already going, brother. Camera's already
So we're
rolling.
not gonna do like the walk-in thing?
Yeah, we can do it after.
We got it.
Yeah, you can always cut it up, add it in.
All right, we've been starting.
Yeah, I can cut it. I can do all this stuff. I can do all
Cut it
this
up,
stuff.
add it in. Cut it up.
All right, gang. They don't know, but we know. It's time to do our wellness check.
Wellness check.
All right. Who wants to explain what the wellness check is? I guess I should.
Yes.
So it's so it's when we all check in on each other at least once a month, at least. But we've been slacking. We probably ain't doing it in like 3 months. So we're gonna do it now with y'all.
We've been doing it for the once every 90 days.
Yeah, at least.
So
Whatever
it's
line is.
mental health.
Oh, when shit seems like it's hitting the fan.
Oh yeah, we should like it's in the fan.
Mental, physical, emotional.
Okay, mental,
Yeah.
physical, emotional. That's what it is. So I'm gonna start.
Yeah.
Mentally, I'm great. As y'all know, I told y'all I finished therapy.
Come on.
So clap it up for that.
I'm dead.
Thank you. I finished therapy, so I'm good. Physically,
Yeah.
I'm a little. I think I'm cool. You know, if you don't weigh 265, I think you know the results.
I'm waiting.
So I think I'm good physically.
Yeah.
Is that my mental, emotionally? I ain't never been better, for real.
Come on.
I ain't never been better.
It's good.
It's good. I love to hear that. All right. Mentally, I am great. I'm thinking very clearly, and feel like I just started a new chapter in my life.
Come on.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Congrats!
Somewhere. Where's that at? Where's that at, bro?
So going to emotionally, I'm good. I'm great. You know, proposed to my girl, Ariana. Love you, girl.
Come on.
And she said yes. We were on an awesome trip in good old Madrid, Spain.
Hey.
So she had no choice. If she didn't say yes, I'd have took a girl out from the crowd. All right?
I'm dead. That's
I'd have came back again.
I'm dead.
I'd have came back again. Just saying.
Somebody.
Physically, I feel good. I was telling the guys this morning I have ran my best miles since high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel good. I feel light on my feet. You
We
know?
gotta do numbers, but
yeah,
that's good.
I feel good.
Alright, back.
I think I did my 3.
Okay. Alright.
Oh, go ahead, class up. It's only 3.
Yeah,
Mentally, physically,
emotionally.
Yeah, it's only
Yeah.
It's only I thought we used to do spiritually.
Nah.
Spiritually? Nah, that's a new one though. We could
add that one in.
Yeah, spiritually is kind of different.
We're doing that right now.
Yes,
doing
yeah. So for now,
We already.
so
Three, I got
mentally, I'm doing good. Starting to read more, so that's good. Trying to do that at least once a day. You know, that's good. No matter what you read something.
Get your minutes.
Come on.
Physically, slacking a little bit. Not gonna lie, I've been working more, so I've been exercising less, but I need to get back into that. But I will. You know what I mean? These guys are about to hit the gym. Let's get it. We're about to get it.
We do not plan
Emotionally,
for
I feel strong, man. I feel like I'm always emotionally strong. You know what I mean? Got to keep doing that. If the inside isn't good, the outside will never be. You know?
Come on, man! Hey, dropping it.
My boy, dropping it.
I'll give you a round for that.
Alright, my turn. Okay. Well, I mean, let's start with physically. I want to start with physically because I'm down 25 pounds from where I.
Come on, come on.
I mean, I've been hitting the gym. I changed my diet a little bit.
Yep.
Cut out a lot of junk. Throw a lot of green stuff in there. Emotionally, I mean, I'm a married man, so emotionally, I'm battling emotions every day. But at the end of the day, we do it for the better.
Yeah.
Because people don't understand. You go through emotions. Everybody go through emotions.
Yep.
Everybody got to go home. Everybody got to do their thing.
Mm-hmm.
So emotions are always challenged, but I overcome them every time. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Hey,
Come on. Love it. Love to hear it.
so the wellness check is
mentally,
done.
mentally.
It's not done. My bad. That's on me.
Oh no, you good. Mentally, I think I'm in a good spot because I'm on track to a better person.
Come on.
Taking classes in tech,
Every day.
and growing at my job, learning new roles,
Come on.
and mentally, you gotta be in a good mental to do stuff like that.
Facts.
Because if you're not in a good mental, all that's just going out the window.
Facts.
So yeah, that's why I'm.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
That's our wellness check, ladies and gentlemen. Now we
Wellness
will
check.
take a shot.
Shot.
Because it's about to get real.
Real.
It's about to get real,
Open
brothers.
it up.
He said a shot, Josh. Wow.
Shout out to my sister for getting us our shot glass from Japan.
Hey,
All right, appreciate you.
Always part of the game. It's all about who you know.
It's all about who you know.
Come on.
It's crazy. It's good that we all pretty much halfway off tomorrow.
Tennis. I'll start at 12. So we do whatever the fuck we want tonight.
Start at 7.
Round
Tough.
7:15.
Tough.
But it's all
Tough.
good. All right.
All good. All right, cheers.
Cheers, brother.
Being in good health.
Good health.
Good
Good
spirits,
mindset.
good emotions,
Spirit.
good mental. Because when we started that, a lot of us was like, in
I even
places.
have nothing there,
We had to like, we had to start that to check on people we love. We didn't just
Yeah,
wake
when
up
we
one
first
day-
started doing the
we didn't just wake up.
It was
one day,
rough.
like,
It was rough
let's make sure
outside.
we check on each other. We were doing this because we wanted to make sure everybody was good, no matter what.
Man, when we started doing that, bro, I'm not even trying to be funny. When we started doing that damn near saved my life. Like, thank you. Somebody to talk to. My
I don't know
God.
who started that.
Yeah.
It was more of a group effort. It was
Yeah.
more of a
Yeah.
group
Yeah.
effort.
That was good though.
I'm not gonna say who was like, the one that we needed to start it before.
Yeah.
Because we cared so much. Because there's other friends that we don't do it with that we still need to check on.
True. Facts.
They're gonna eventually watch this video. So
Yeah.
if you're in our circle, you just best believe that, we'll be thinking about you.
We keep y'all near and dear. But, I forgot to mention, this is, when he gets back,
Sorry about that, y'all.
this is the quad.
This is the quad. Yeah.
This is the quad. The quad.
Wow, baby.
The quad four.
Wolfpack.
Because the squad just gets bigger.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
it just gets bigger and bigger, and
Drop the S and it's just quad.
facts.
You see more people.
Yeah.
That's on.
Throw that ass on.
Throw that ass on.
First squad. That's good.
All right, fellas. I'm going to start off. Take yourself back. Take yourself back.
That's good.
Way back.
Oh,
I'm talking kid days.
Kid days.
Kid days.
First off, let's just say where were we at when we were kids?
Oh, what age?
So
Wait,
Oh.
you take it
I
back.
was moving.
yeah.
All right, so
From Florida to Georgia to
take
here.
it back to an age where you started feeling emotions.
The most.
The most. When you first started feeling them the most.
And you know when they matter.
And yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to take it back for an example. I'm going to take it back. I remember first grade. I was going to 2 schools because my parents had separated after less than a year. So I felt a lot of confusion. Like, why the fuck am I over here and over there at the same time?
Right.
And I'm so used to being, like, 4 or 5 years of life, I'm so used to being with my family. So it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on right now? Kind of know what's going on, but it's like, this shit gonna fix this shit. Fix this shit, right?
It's gonna get better, right? Yeah.
This shit gonna get better, right?
Something gotta smooth out.
Yeah, right.
Add hope.
So yeah, like I think that's the earliest when I ever felt something. When I was like 4 or 5 years old.
4 or 5, yeah, 5. And if we're going back that far, damn, in kindergarten, I remember.
Like, when you started feeling
Yeah.
emotions and you knew they mattered, like everybody was like a kid at one point.
Yeah.
Like you had emotions, but like when you're like, oh, my emotions actually.
Damn. That's true.
When you think that was?
Shoot, I don't think my emotions mattered for a while. So
That's what I'm saying. 'Cause everybody's different.
I don't think it mattered
Seriously,
for a while.
everybody is
Like,
different.
like when you said first grade, I was thinking, I was like, and then when you said when your emotions matter, I'm like, I felt emotions in elementary school.
Yeah,
Correct.
but I
You know what I'm
didn't
saying?
even know
But did they
mattered
matter?
back then.
I don't know about all that.
No, matter to you.
Matter to me.
To
Matter
you,
to
yes.
I feel that. Matter to me.
I feel that.
I feel
Because
that.
like when he said
Man,
first grade, I was like,
probably
damn, I'm
six.
thinking middle school. Like beginning
Nah,
of
my
middle
shit
school.
was early, first grade. Man,
I feel that.
Shit, probably the first
So I
time I
guess-
saw my
yeah.
brother getting his ass whooped. I seen him getting his ass whooped in Florida. That was probably like 4 years old. And I was sitting outside on my tricycle, bro, watching him get ran around the fucking house by my dad in his belt. And that's probably the first time I thought, like, damn, like, what you do has
Consequences.
exactly.
Yeah.
What you do has a consequence. I was like, I
Yes.
never want to do what the fuck he just did.
Yeah.
So I'm never gonna, cause that shit looked like it hurt. You know
I
what I mean?
agree.
Never see my dad move so fast a day in his life. You know what I mean? That
uh,
was crazy. We were just sitting outside, like nothing. You know what I mean?
did you answer?
No, I didn't answer. I'm still brainstorming, I'll be honest.
How did you know?
So like I wouldn't say for me, like I said, it's like kind of middle school because like you said when you're consequent, when you have consequences for your actions.
Right. Yeah.
That's when I had to straighten up. Man. In elementary school, man,
Mm.
my mind gonna never watch. I doubt she's gonna watch this video, but like, I was bad as hell in elementary school. But I spent more.
All that shit
I
was
know
me.
my principal names. I know them off the back of my head. I know my principal names, all that. I spent more time in the principal office than I did in actual class. Cause I mean, I wasn't doing bad enough stuff to get me kicked out of school. I was just doing dumb shit, like just to get in trouble. But like when I got to middle school, I was like, yo, I got a locker, I got more responsibilities, little stuff like that. I got in trouble like maybe once or twice, and I was like, yeah, no, this ain't it.
Wait
I
for
think-
Reem, you know?
I think mine's is as dramatic as it may sound. Honestly, I think it was when 9/11 happened. You know what I'm saying? I was in good old Omaha, Nebraska. All right.
Oh.
In good old Omaha, Nebraska.
Have you
Ooh,
heard the story?
Coming for y'all.
Yeah. I think I
He
was,
said, "Oh man,
yeah, I think I was in 4th grade, and when it happened, and the demographic of the school, there was me, my older sister, all right, and then I think there was 5 minorities. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And when 9/11 happened, the amount of head turns that I got in the classroom, which is crazy because they put it on the TV for a quick second. We're all in
no
4th grade.
way."
You know what I'm saying? I
That's
remember seeing it on
crazy
TV.
for the kids.
And then the amount of questions I got of aren't you from that area? You know what I'm saying? And I'm over here confused, I'm from Egypt.
That's great.
I don't think
completely different.
I don't think Egyptians do that, But I definitely started feeling some things around that time, and I was like, man, this is probably not the best environment to be in such a dramatic event that happened in America,
Right.
So I started feeling some ways, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm
Had to.
I'm here and it's my people, that did it, but I live in good old
And you
America.
probably never.
And I'm I don't even know what's up,
I met these people.
I
was here.
I came to the States when I was 4, so it was a very crazy time. I remember my parents were really scared for me just because they knew the demographic of that school.
Yeah.
And they were like, yo, my kids are about to hear some stuff that they've never heard before, and we did. So we went through that phase and overcame it. That's for sure.
All right. Did you have any fears or insecurities growing up, and how did you cope with them?
Fuck yeah.
You want to start?
I mean, I could, man. I was a chubby kid, bro.
Same.
I feel like I was
Same.
I was a chubby
Same.
kid. So I had no girlfriends, but I had girls that were friends, and then no guy friends at the time, bro. So I stayed to myself a lot. Read books, fucking shit. Even when I first started smoking weed, I smoked by myself, in my room type shit.
Right.
Yeah, ninth grade.
That was your cope, just
Yeah,
cooling by yourself.
yeah, just cooling by myself, smoke some
Smoking.
weed, and watch TV. That's it,
Yeah.
play some games. That's
Play
it.
some games.
I feel that.
Isn't that
And
crazy
I
what
hit
we
sports.
do to be
okay.
Like, if we just do whatever to be okay.
Yeah, just like get by type shit. Yeah, and then
They don't even talk about it. We just do other shit.
Yeah.
To be okay.
Yeah. All right. Just change it. Change it from one thing to
Try
another. I change from that to sports. Hit sports. A little bit less.
Facts.
And then,
Feel that.
got people to talk to because you're playing sports with people.
Facts are socializing.
Yeah.
An insecurity. That's what the question was. Insecurity or
what insecurities did you
and
have?
how do you deal with it?
How do you cope with it? Like when you were younger,
Yeah.
what insecurities did you have? How'd you cope with it?
I think I had insecurities just being different. I was also chubby, but I was also hairy. You know what I'm saying? I got this full beard. You know what I'm saying? This thing came out when I was
Since
like,
middle school.
for real. I was in 6th grade. This beard started coming out.
Damn.
I had a beard before beards were cool. You know what I'm saying? So I was straight blade shaving that thing every day. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, why is the teacher in the class sitting on
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Whose grown man is this?
Who's dad sitting in with us?
You know what I'm saying?
Gotta be the assistant.
But on that note, I had probably some trouble growing up on figuring out because everyone's in some kind of group of people. You know what I'm saying? And I was having confusion of who because there wasn't many Arab people in my community. So it's kind of hard to figure out where am I really who am I really connecting with? In the environment that I'm in. In Omaha, Nebraska, I was so glad to get out of there. By the way, y'all, I got out of there when I was in 6th grade, Omaha. Omaha.
Shout out Omaha.
Hell no.
Shout out Omaha. We're out. Hey, never going back.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just figuring out who I can connect with and how I coped with it. I think I was just very talkative. I just talked to a lot of people. I talked all the time. My dad would tell me I talk too much. And I think that's where I coped with it because I just figured, I was like, if I talk to enough people, I'll figure out who I connect to the most. And that's what I did. Luckily, I found y'all.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to us. Shout out to
That's why I was trying to, I was always the loudest one. Trying to be. Everybody's
go,
this
you?
one, right? If you're not funny, man.
We talking about insecurities growing up and what else was it?
What'd you do to cope with it?
My insecurities growing up. I was definitely chubby, only child, chubby. People treated me differently for those 2 reasons for sure. But other than that, coping with it, with time, the only child stuff, that didn't bother me too much. It is what it was. But being chubby, I got into sports for sure. Started playing basketball. Did some football in middle school. Got a little stress fracture in the lower back. Was what it was, but stick to basketball. Stuck to basketball. It wasn't too bad on my back, so I stuck to that.
Yeah.
And that kind of got me, I guess through a coping stage. And yeah, because not too many hoods around here, but we grew up in a couple of them that you could either be in school or out of school. You know what I'm saying?
It's either or. Yeah.
It's either or. And if you are in school, you're either playing sports or doing other stuff. That's one thing about being the only child. My mom taught me to be observant.
Yeah. I watch a lot.
I think insecurity. Oh, I was ugly. I was an ugly kid.
Speaking of ugly, I was like, yeah. We used to get on the
I was like,
You said I got a gap.
you said ugly, I was like,
I was an ugly kid. Never kept a haircut. Ashy, I didn't because I didn't know nothing about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Swag.
I don't know nothing about swag. I don't know nothing about. I'm happy to have clothes on, but I didn't know until I got out into the neighborhood. It was like, nigga, you ashy. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
What's that mean?
What the fuck is ashy?
And then brought the nail to you. Went like this. So you see that right there?
And then you get picked on for being like that, or you get picked on for having a fro, or your clothes look like hand-me-downs, or from the thrift store. You just yo, I'm going to school. This is normal. I'm thinking everybody does that.
Crazy it takes someone else to get you to notice that.
Yo.
You know what I mean?
You don't know what you don't know.
I thought when I was a kid, growing up in Toyota earlier, the apartments, niggas had roaches, mice and shit. And I'm like, it took another nigga to be like, yo, that's not normal. For me to be like, oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that this wasn't normal. I thought everybody had I thought everybody had the same shit going on.
Yeah.
Bro, I didn't know about houses until I went to Stonehouse. When they first opened, I had this friend named Paris. And I went to his house to spend the night. And I'm like, nigga, you got your own room?
Damn. Yeah.
Nigga, what?
Yeah.
Nigga, you got more than one, you got more than 2 rooms in here?
Yeah.
Nigga, you got 3 bathrooms?
Yeah.
That shit wasn't normal to me.
Yeah.
But
First time you seen a big house. Yeah.
the first time, I was like, yo, this shit not normal at all. Like, this
good.
shit is real crazy.
I will say we are lucky to be able to be around houses like Kings Mill.
Yeah, no, definitely lucky to be around that.
Yeah.
Because our friends that we hung out with, they let us come over.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Say no names. But shout out Stonehouse.
Stonehouse.
We was in there.
It was great inspiration around here. I'll tell you
No,
that.
for sure,
Yeah.
for
You
sure.
be from
for
the
sure.
bottom, but
Yeah.
you can see the top of the top.
But yeah, man, like I had all type of insecurities, especially coming over here. Like I wasn't the type to be like, I didn't even talk to people for real. Like I didn't say a word. Like sometimes, I'm pretty sure y'all can tell sometimes, I just don't say nothing. Sometimes I don't say nothing. I just be there. So when I was younger, can you imagine me being like that for years?
Yeah.
I didn't say nothing.
Quiet.
Just quiet.
Yeah.
Coping with it. I'm gonna draw some shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch Dragon Ball Z.
We read some shit, watch some shit.
You know what I'm saying? And then I got into sports eventually. And then that drove me to women. Like if I get good at this, somebody gonna like guy.
I get good at this, I guide it.
Little did he know.
That's how I'm coping. If I get good at something. If I get good at something, somebody's gonna like me, bro.
Yeah.
What you got?
Okay, what is a challenge you faced that taught you an important lesson? It could be when you were younger, in your early 20s. Currently, it can be anything. Just give me like something that was a major challenge. And it can be more than one thing. How about that?
I guess, I'll say, I got a couple things that come to mind. Learning how to be a man can be challenging. So from growing up, I'm trying to think about recent challenges and like all-time challenges. So
How about this? Go through a challenge when you were elementary. We can do it like this. Elementary, high school, adult.
elementary, my challenge was staying out of the principal office. For sure.
Okay, that's a good job.
No, I'm telling you, I used to stay in there. And then I guess I'm in mixed middle and high school. It was just learning how to grow up and be an adult. Cause of course you got class, you taking classes and all that. You got examples from your teachers and stuff. And you got your outside examples, but at the end of the day, you don't know what you want to do.
Nice.
And a lot of people from our generation, some of them do. Very select few. If you haven't noticed that.
Yeah.
A lot of people have started a lot of things that they have not finished, and they've done something totally different.
Absolutely. Hey, time out. Can you tell us how difficult it is, or how difficult it was for you to be a young black man being raised by a single mother with
circumstances?
with the circumstances.
Challenging for sure, but at the end of the day, I will say my mom worked hard as shit, bro.
Come on.
She worked real hard. Like, Payless was my favorite store.
Come on,
Paying less, baby.
I was one excited motherfucker.
Let's go to
I'm gonna give me
Payless.
some new shoes. I don't care what they are. We're going to
They
the
gonna
shoe
look good
store.
in
You know what I'm
their
saying? I jump
new-
on
yeah,
Monticello Avenue.
100%. I get the plastic.
And just stuff like that, bro. She worked hard, and man, she taught me how to do a lot of things when it came to just being strong. One thing she always taught me was, no matter what you owe, you pay it.
Word.
That's something that stuck with me. I don't know why. I know why to this day, but back then I don't know why it stuck with me. But whatever you owe, pay it.
My Uncle 50 said, pay the important people only.
Crazy.
That's how that's how but like stuff like that. She told me that stuck with me, and then stay out of trouble, of course. But that happens. And watch them around. She told me that a lot too.
Yeah,
I got
that's
a lot
good
of
one.
friends, but I mean, I watch
Yeah.
the ones I needed to watch, and there was some I didn't need to watch as much. You know what I'm saying? I knew their intentions, and I knew who they were.
That answer kind of circled back to the question.
Yeah.
Important
Yeah.
lesson that you were taught.
Yeah, so I mean, definitely. She taught me all my lessons, man. That's why I make sure she's straight to this day, because she taught me everything I need to know.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I was talking about something else right before that. What am I talking about? You was talking about like middle school and high
Middle
school.
school, yeah.
High school.
Challenges.
Adult.
Yeah,
Challenges. That was high school and
Challenges.
now adult.
I mean, now I would say my most recent challenge is definitely marriage. Honestly, I mean, marriage and career, because that's
Hand to hand.
it's hand in hand. Because as a single man, you can go through life how you want to go through life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, true
Being
that,
married,
man.
you got to go through life a specific way that's going to work for the two,
Yep.
no matter what.
And you gotta say it out loud.
Yes,
Yeah.
You say it, you can't just think it.
Yeah, you have to say it out loud.
Communication is key.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Communication.
Single
is
man
key.
is
That's
just,
for sure.
just up here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say nothing.
That's what I'm still doing. I'm just thinking in my head, moving.
thinking.
and-
Just
yeah,
thinking.
and moving. I'm like, damn, I didn't say it out loud. Fuck.
But yeah, nah. Growing up, or definitely so my mom got me through, most of it. My friends, I had a lot of friends. I grew up in the Meadows. I remember going to school, coming home, eating, or doing a little bit of homework, or acting like I'm doing a little bit of homework just to go outside to hang out with my friends. So that's what it was at the end of the day. Hey, when I see him in school, I'm like, yo, guess what we doing today? We doing something. We either going out to hang out in the woods, or we going to transit bus to go where we need to go, like whatever the case may be. Bro, we was on walking, bike driving in Memphis, man. We used to be downtown CW
Everywhere.
on a bike at like 10 to 13 years old or less, just riding.
Everywhere.
My mom was like, where you been? The sun been down.
Son, been down.
I didn't know.
I'm living on the second floor. I gotta get my bike up the steps some kind of way.
Damn.
Because, I mean, that was getting took if I left it downstairs. All
Yeah,
the way.
yeah.
Bro, you know
Bike with
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
how many
man.
bikes I've been through? Jeez, you know how many times?
Shit, like again. Fuck.
Yeah, no, she got me through most of that. And then growing up, I mean, now it's like self-taught because it's a nest I left, and it's some things she can't and could not teach me. So now I'm out here winging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel that.
Don't get me wrong, I'm learning, but I'm winging it.
There were always some things
Learning to win.
that they couldn't teach. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I feel that.
I think that was enough for me, man. I might know everything, man.
That shit was good, man. How
I
to
gotta
cope
make sure
with
I sound good.
insecurities, how to cope, right?
No,
No,
things you
no,
dealt
no.
with.
This is challenges.
Challenges you dealt with.
I'll read it to you again. Yeah.
Challenges.
No, what challenge have you faced that taught you an important lesson?
Oh man, probably when I was young, was moving from Florida to here. That was tough. Over there as a young age, I think it was like first grade. First grade. I moved from Florida to Georgia. Stayed in Georgia for a year, and then second grade moved from Georgia. And we stayed at like my aunt's house type shit for that year. So that was tight. But stayed there and then went to here. Stayed in like this hotel in like downtown Norfolk, I think, for like probably like a couple months before we went to Woods of Williamsburg, right in front of Lafayette Square.
Okay.
Y'all know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
Yeah.
It's all right. You know what I mean? It ain't bad. It ain't a bad neighborhood. It's just cheap. You know what I mean? It's just cheap back there. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's always like some people on the stoop. You know what I mean? Giving you those words of advice on the way home. You know what I mean? So there's always, you know what I mean? So that's what I feel like. That was
Good
probably
and bad.
my darkest days were probably not. It's not darkest days, but like when I had to go through the most challenges was then. You know what I mean? Because I had the most like influences from outside.
That's,
you know what I
that's
mean?
a rough spot.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I lived there for a long time.
That's a rough spot.
Yeah, dude, Woods of Williamsburg, I was in there. That was my spot. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, I remember walking to fucking Lafayette Square. That's where most of my friends were, was back there. You know what I mean? So, like, those tennis courts that are run down, I used to go right there. You know what I mean? I remember fucking, yeah, dude, playing Smear the Queer on the fucking, oh, Lord forgive me. Smear the, personal person. You know what I mean? But on the blacktop, be out there just because there was nowhere else to do it. Kill a man, whatever. My bad.
Cops and robbers.
That's the better joke.
Yeah, man.
That's when back in the day when
That
kids was
was-
getting creative, man.
Yeah.
Outside, man, you get a ball.
Outside, you
Don't
get
know
one
what
ball
to
and you
do.
got a bunch of people and that's all you got to do. You
Right.
start running around and like chase one dude.
Yeah.
Man, so I smoked my first black and mild out there. Bro.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about
you know
right.
what I mean? Yeah, that's the spot to do it. Literally, so dude was just like, I was like, man, that smells good. That's all it took. And he was like, you want to hit it? And I was like, fuck it, dude.
I'm only 12.
Yeah. Shit, went there, and then from there went to Kristen Sand, and challenges, you know, in high school were fucking just getting, you know, out of trouble, staying out of trouble. You know what I mean? Guy got injured so much in sports, so I got, you know what I mean, the prescriptions of pills early, you know what I mean? So I was a teenager with pills from the doc, you know what I mean? So that guy, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So I was fucking out there swinging. I was looking, you know, pale as fuck type shit. Yeah, look, you know, but yeah, so that was the challenges in high school was staying away from the demons, you know, because they were there. And then the adult shit is staying healthy, man. I feel like that's probably the biggest challenge nowadays. It's because my metabolism's low. In school, it was easy to stay fit. You know what I mean? I just had to fucking not, you know, be injured. Yeah, you just walk around and you burn some shit. You know? If you eat something, man, you got to do twice. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
Burning calories.
Yeah, you could eat twice as much and do half the exercise and still be good. Now you got to do the opposite. You got to do twice the exercise and eat half.
Facts.
You know, literally.
Facts.
So that's the challenge for now, man.
Hey, I'm working on twice a day. I don't blame you.
Yeah, 2 times.
Yeah, dude, it's tough. Yeah, working 12 hours a day. You know what I mean? Working out after that is hard.
No facts.
But getting the diet right, that's number one. You know what I mean? Once the diet's right, working out next. And
Yeah, you get that diet right, man. You get that energy back up.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Drinking a lot more water. So I got this
Gallon
right
a
here.
day.
You know what I mean? Y'all see this right here? This water. Taking a whole bunch of this.
Gallon a day.
Don't mind those on the
exactly.
table.
Trying to
Keep some water. Gotta keep
keep
some
some
water.
water. Got to.
If you're not drinking water right now, drink some water.
Yeah, go out there and shove
On that
a bottle
note.
of
I
water
know,
right
I
now.
know some people that don't drink water.
Shot
And
water.
that's the craziest thing I ever heard. I don't hear it often anymore because, I mean, you know, you can't do it for so long without getting ready to die. But I've heard a couple people in my life say they don't drink water.
Very strange.
Very strange. Drink some water, man.
Yeah, facts.
Water is good for you.
Hit me with it.
You ready?
Yeah.
Y'all ready for it? Y'all want to?
No, you got.
Yeah, I'm about to.
We got to finish our question.
break.
Yeah. What is it again?
No, what was the challenge that you faced that taught you an important lesson? And that can be all through life.
All through life. So not to be repetitive, but like when 9/11 happened, I had to overcome that and kind of tell myself, like, hey, you know, there's a lot of angry people out there. You're not the cause of it. All right. If they're hating on your last name, it is what it is. All right.
It is.
It is what it is.
Can't please
you know?
everybody.
Can't please everybody and just keep it moving. And,
Trying to
you know, one day it won't be such a big topic, you know? So, definitely, glad I went through that in life because, you know, I truly saw, I wouldn't say felt, but really saw real hate. Real hate for innocent people, you know? And, that taught me a lot, you know? So,
That's strong. Just
yeah.
What age was that?
that was like 4th grade, 5th grade.
Fourth grade.
Yeah, when 9/11 happened, you know,
Just
that's,
see-
yeah, you see real hate. You saw real hate back then. You know what I'm saying? High school, no, English was my second language as much as I sound very American. Very American. But English was my second language and I had to have my teachers read my tests for me, you know what I'm saying? Cause they just wanted to make sure I understood like my tests and quizzes. And of course, you know, I'm getting pulled out of class, high school, you know, to get my test read with, you know, other kids that I'm the only one that English is a second language. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was kind of like, you know, almost like recognizing it's a little dumb, you know? So that stigma I hated and I wanted to overcome it. I didn't show it in my grades. You know, I had a all-star older sister that was an academic scholar, so I had big shoes to fill and I could not fill. I couldn't even come
That's tough.
close.
Yeah, always being compared to the older
Yeah,
sibling.
like, you know, and
Lucky.
that was hard. Even like
That's
teachers,
great.
you know, like
Yeah.
I had teachers that remembered my sister in school and they were like, oh my God, you're so different. And I know exactly what they meant by that. All right. Like, my grades ain't there. So that was a challenge. Glad that I graduated on time. I forget what they're called, but when you get like the ropes around your neck, to like go with your diploma.
I'm going to say,
Like, like in graduation?
Tassels.
Not a dude.
I'm going to say, what are we doing?
That's the rope they go around.
Yeah, for as many like academic accomplishments that you've done.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
Yeah, the ropes.
Yeah, like the ropes.
The
The ropes. Yeah.
For the academics.
Yeah, like I remember my sister's graduation. She was sitting strong. You know what I'm saying?
She was probably
I
like,
had one little string on me. You know what I'm saying?
she was probably like valedictorian.
Yeah, like
I
I think she literally came in second smartest in her whole class. You know what I'm saying? I was just lucky to graduate. General diploma.
I think I was
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I went for Avid, I think.
and,
Avid.
Avid was shit, man.
This.
Yeah, I was like, is this advanced or for slow people? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
crazy.
Do I need more help or less help? You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing? You know, I was like,
in the class, and my
you know what I mean?
phone's not
Because in the
there.
class they taught you how to fucking do notes. You know what I mean? Why do I need help how to do Cornell notes? Yeah, I don't know. I still know to this day though. Subject over here, details right here, that line over here, 3/4.
Hey, yeah, if they asked me to do it now, I'd smoke it.
Oh,
But
man.
when I was, I'm like, I'm so different in this class, bro. Like, I'm a little knucklehead from the hood, bro.
Facts.
I'm doing it with all these white people. Where my homies at?
Where the homies at?
Classes at?
That's hilarious.
And they talking about college. I was going to college trip.
College.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I was like, why are none of my friends in this class? You know what I mean? Like,
That was part of high school for me, is like that college conversation. And my sister got a full ride to Davidson College, full ride to Duke for her master's. I was just trying to get
that's tough.
the school that Curry went to. Yeah.
She went to
She was there at the same time.
No.
Same
I
school,
think, same
different
school.
time.
I think they're like 3-4 years apart.
She's older, ain't she?
Shit.
My sister's 33.
She's younger than Kurt.
Yeah,
33.
Yeah.
Curry, like, all right, man. How old is Curry now? Well, after Curry is now.
We were 30. Curry's like 35. Gotta be.
Curry went in the draft in 09.
I don't know. I think they were very close. I think they were literally like, they could have potentially been a year apart. But because I remember asking her, she said no. He was like, I forget her answer, but she was like, he was not there
36.
the
He's
4
36?
years. Yeah, the 4 years she was there, he wasn't there.
He had to be there at first.
So he's older
He's
than her.
36, man.
Yeah, he's 36.
She's
Yeah.
33.
Yeah, so he's older about.
And he went junior year. They were there at the same time.
They might have.
They were there at the same time.
You know what I'm saying?
A year apart,
You're
man.
right.
They might have been there
They
for
were
a
there at
year.
the same time. He was just hooping. He probably wasn't on campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was big time.
Yeah, I wouldn't go on campus either. You got that bread?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But real life, like, not real life, adult life, you know what I'm saying?
Real life, yeah.
Challenges.
That's what it feels like, bro.
I'm blessed. I'm very much blessed. And my mentor told me, he was like, he just told me this not too long ago, but I've known it for a while. But he was like, sometimes it feels easy to get up and make it up. It's a whole lot harder to stay up. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, that's one thing that I like to keep my focus on. I don't want to do anything to sacrifice what I've worked hard for. You know what I'm saying? So making sure I don't do anything that's stupid and doesn't make sense that could cause me to like fall or trip up from, my path that I'm setting for myself is one thing that I keep in mind. And that just, a challenge that, I think is a good challenge. You know what I'm saying? It just keeps me in check, keeps myself in check. You know what I'm saying? When I just see something and I want to do it or buy it or live it, I'm like, wait a minute, is this really the best thing for me? So staying up, really.
Do you think that makes you appreciate everything a little bit more?
I think it does, because
Or do you forget about like stuff that you accomplished.
sometimes I do forget.
question,
Yeah,
right?
sometimes I do forget about my accomplishments because not to sound greedy, but I always get asked, when's enough? And I don't want to sound greedy when I say it's never enough. But that doesn't have to be, with materialistic stuff or like financial gain or things of that nature.
Stupid.
I think it's never enough because we could always become better human beings.
Right.
So
Every day.
if you think that, hey,
Every day.
I just plateaued at being the best human I could possibly be,
Yes,
you
you
might as well saying like, I'm almost time ready for death. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing else you could do for yourself to become better.
Yeah.
So I want to take life with the idea of like, hey, every day I have the opportunity to become better.
Yeah. Big saying, you got to learn something new every day. It's a big saying, learn
Absolutely.
something new every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To go back on the
lot of
hands
days.
on, because I don't want to sound repetitive either.
Yeah.
But I think the first challenge I faced as a kid was being in between two different cities, homes, schools.
Yeah. That's tough.
That was tough.
Tough.
That was tough.
Yeah, I believe that.
That was tough.
I believe that.
That taught me some shit. It's like shit can be here one day, then the next day you can be scrambled.
Stability is something you need as like a young, as you're growing. You know what I mean? You need
even
to,
more
as you're
important
growing, right? Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's even more important.
But stability is something
So,
that's
like,
needed. You know what I mean?
Growing up, like them precious years, being born to like 5 years old, and you starting to know shit, getting a routine and shit.
Yeah.
And then when it changes, when shit do shit, it does something to you. It's like, yo, what the fuck is right and what the fuck is wrong? Like, what is going on?
Yeah. What is what?
So that was difficult, bro. That was
You had to
tough.
figure that out on your own, damn near.
Yeah.
Or learn
I had
from one
to
side
figure
to
it
one
out on my
side.
own.
Yeah.
Because from one side,
Who'd you pick up more? You think you learned from more?
I learned equally from both parents. That's what you got?
Yeah. I guess pick up more was the
Both parents.
yeah.
But it's not that I picked up their way of thinking and made my own decisions. Because I know my mom was angry. And then there was my dad who was not so angry. But because he wasn't so angry, he was drinking a lot.
Got you.
And that took away his anger.
He was numbing.
Yeah.
So that's why he was that.
So, but I didn't understand that.
Right.
Then.
You never do.
I didn't understand that part.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand her part. Because I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, this whole time, I'm just like, what the fuck? So now I got to navigate. Mind you, my mom worked 2 jobs. And she was raising 3 kids. So I never really seen her, but I know she was supporting us. So I picked up everything from the streets and people in the same circumstances. Elvin was there. A couple of our other brothers that I ain't gonna name, they was there.
Yeah.
A lot of guys, they was there. And we kind of just, I'm older than the elder, so I did a lot more. Thank God, I did a lot more bad shit first than he could ever do.
Yeah. You damn near learn from you.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
thank God that he wasn't the same age, or it was. I'm glad he was a couple years behind and could see ahead and be like,
that ain't it.
I can't go this way. I can, we can have the same like type of life growing up with a single mother, but we don't have to grow up the same way.
Facts.
And I'm glad I was here to show him that this ain't where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, this ain't it.
And he went another way. So
I feel that.
That was a challenge. When that led me to going to juvenile detention centers.
Damn.
Crazy.
That's wild.
So I remember going there 14.
14.
For the first time I heard you.
You know what's crazy? I didn't know that about you.
Damn.
I didn't know you made it. You made it to juvie.
Juvie, yeah.
What was Sean going
First
to do?
time.
Not the first time I heard it, but I'm just saying like the first time I actually heard the word juvenile at work.
Yeah. First time I went in juvie.
I thought that was the bad school.
Assault.
I'll be above with you.
Yeah.
When I first heard juvie, I thought they were just like, oh, that's where the kids go for the bad school, Like,
No,
it was
one of
jail.
those. There was one of those.
It was like, yo, you was
It ain't ISS, bro.
the toughest nigga in the world. You was the toughest nigga in the world when you get there. But when somebody come through that door that you know that you can't go home with, break down and cry, that shit'll tear you to pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I believe that.
That shit'll tear you to pieces. You watch them walk out and you stay in there, and you got this loud metal door. Bang! Slide.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear the lock. I ain't going nowhere.
Vacation genius sign up for.
I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that's what
real.
it is.
Imagine being a
I ain't
vacation
going
genius
nowhere.
sign up for, bro.
But shit, man, that joint was that. I went twice. I was wilding.
You went 2 times.
I went twice. I was wilding. So I'm like,
What age was the
my
second time?
15. Year after.
Oh.
1 year
Whoa.
later.
Shit, you ain't learned shit.
Buddy couldn't stay away.
You ain't
Buddy couldn't stay away.
learned a damn
I'm
thing.
trying to go see my
And
friend.
then you know that second time you got a longer sentence.
Back, oh yeah, they're like, yo, you keep me there longer.
That's like,
You ain't learned
you
shit.
didn't learn
Was it for the same shit?
You didn't learn nothing.
Was it for the same shit?
Nah, the first one was assault on a police officer. Back then you could get away with that. Back then you can get away with that.
You hit cop.
I think we need to cut that one out.
Man, no, I'm not gonna cut it out.
You hit
yeah.
wait,
That's
wait,
what
wait.
happens, boy.
Already tried.
No,
So what? So what?
Yeah.
Go through that.
What I'm not gonna do is
Leave the good shit out.
so that
Word.
that shit I'm never gonna shy away from doing that stuff. Like I was at Newtown.
Yeah.
That's when DKG, Teflon, all that was popping.
Okay.
And whatever. And you know, you remember I said earlier that like I just wanted acceptance from people? Like I just wanted to be
So
accepted.
somebody egging you on or some shit?
Nah, it ain't even gotta be that. I'm just trying to get my stripes so these niggas will be like
So they respect
he
you.
locked in, he respected, like
Crazy. So you
what?
So
So I'm going off on everybody. And it was like, yo, I can't discriminate from no cops. So it was like, yo,
you wilding out.
yo,
on
you
the
can get it
wilding
too.
out. You can get it too, for
You can
real.
get it
Because that's exactly what I said. I'm like 14.
I used to keep 2 of them.
He like, yo, put your hands behind your back. I'm like, no, fuck that. Smack at his arm.
Oh yeah, you're done.
His man's get,
You're done.
His man's get tight. He's like, yo, you just assaulted a police officer. I was like, man, fuck you. So he comes,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then his man come from the side.
This is right in front of the family.
This was like,
Don't
where
do this at home, kids.
This was like
Alright?
where,
Don't do this at home.
Quiznos used to be.
Yo,
Quiznos,
that's the spot. That was the
yeah.
spot.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
alley,
spot
that
in front
alley
of
right
Quiznos
there,
was
bro,
just
that was
known
the-
for
that
bad
was the
business.
spot.
So
That's a good business out.
Yeah, I'm about to
denied
say, all right, so really good
Bad business
That was the
out
spot,
there.
man. I promise
I
you.
denied it for
Right
a
by the
while.
courthouse too. All right,
So-
take your ass from there to there.
So even in the courts, I denied it. I'm like, I ain't hit this police officer. I ain't hit this police. Lying my ass off. So when the dude came to grab me, he came to grab me, and the other dude was coming, and I just hit him. Oh, hit him. And he kind of like folded. I'm like, it's up.
And you're 14.
I'm 14. So they like, yo, we about to call your mom. And
Oh my God.
Yada yada yada. So the cat was like, I'm thinking like, all right, I just hit a cop. I'll be able to tell my mom to come get me or whatever. No, sir. Take my black ass.
That cop felt bad.
Very bad.
Very bad.
Coming downtown, buddy.
Nah, that's when I see my mom cry and shit. I'm like,
Oh yeah, that's
damn, this
rough,
shit fucking
man.
me up. So then when she had to come that next year and we playing spades and shit, and it's a guy in there talking. So this time I get to talk to a lot of people. Like, I get close to a lot of older people, and it's like, hey, young blood, don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
You know, and that was like real important to me because I'm like, damn, somebody really care about me. Like, I'm doing real good. I graduated on time. I only went to school for 3 years. I got kicked out 1 year. Still graduated on time. I'm doing a lot of good shit.
A lot of good shit.
A lot of good shit. So that was like, boom. But I still ain't learned shit because when I turned 18,
did it
wasn't
again.
18 for
Did it again.
30 days, bro.
What
I
happened?
was probably 18 for like from when I graduated to
48
turn
hours.
18, it only had to
48
be,
hours.
It only had to be 15
Into some
days.
shit.
I turned 18. I came back from New York. Worst decision of my life. Came back from New York.
You didn't know you get
Yeah.
charged different.
Bro, I came back from New York. I seen a couple cats, man. Just ready to rough them up.
Why?
Here.
Here, out here.
Why? Just because.
Over a female.
Oh my
Hey, y'all gotta think though.
That's the
Y'all gotta-
biggest
y'all gotta
bias,
think,
bro.
though.
Why
It's
is
like,
it always over for you?
wouldn't-
Usually,
I was 18. I literally just
Trying
turned
to figure out
18.
who we talking about. That's why when I'm
think
saying their
all
names.
my
I
friends
ain't
in
gonna
high
say
I'm trying to miss
I ain't
what
gonna
we
say
talking about.
But I'm like, yo, literally turned 18. I was on 18 for like 15 days,
That
bro.
ass.
And that was the joke of the fucking jail. He was like, nigga, you ain't been 18 for 15 days, brother.
That's crazy.
What are you doing?
Already in.
Bro, they got me for 2 robberies, 2 use of firearms. So I'm like, my lawyer coming
Oh,
to
you
talk
trying to
about
go
some-
under the jail.
Yo, my lawyer talking about something. Yo, the best I can do is 6 years. And I'm counting on my fingers.
Yeah.
19 years. I'm like, I'll be alright. As long as I don't snitch, right?
Yeah.
I'll be alright.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
I'm still gonna be alright. Nah, bro.
Took a good sleep. took a
Nah,
good
bro. What
workout.
I did, I went to the law library and looked up my charges and stuff, and I basically told my lawyer like, this is what I'll accept and this is what I won't accept. I ended up getting out 2 months later. And from then on, bro, I just been working my ass off. Like a lot of shit.
Library learning with your charges.
So they dropped.
Yeah, I went to the law library.
Do your own research.
Do
your own research.
For that,
Yeah,
because
I-
lots of people fucking
Yeah,
do what you
I
did
went
and go
to-
try to figure
I
out how
went
they
to
can
the-
beat their own
Yes,
case.
I went to the law
Yeah.
library, and then I was like, all right, because I know y'all want something and you don't have anything, but this is what I'll accept to get out of here, or so y'all can get something. So I kind of like made up my own plea deal to get out, which was cool or whatever. But me, I'm only 18. I'm just thinking, all right, it's a long shot. So when I go to court and they tell me everything that I asked for, was like, I'm like, oh shit, all right, bet. So I get out, bro, and I'm like, man, I'm about to go defy the odds. I already did it once. I'm about to do it again. Shit, I ended up going to college, playing in this NCAA,
Come on, give me some.
Come on.
Division II, graduated, got a master's,
Come on.
got a
Yeah.
bachelor's,
Come on.
got an associate's.
Come on.
Like, all that shit, like, I don't never want to take away my past, because that shit, like, made me get these, like,
Who you are now.
like everything I have now.
Yeah.
Like, I don't never want to be like, I don't never want to shy away from my past, because I know, like, and that was something that was difficult for me too as an adult. I'm just like, yo, you gotta accept who you were in the past, so the current you can be okay with that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So like,
Yeah, that's a lot of things that people haven't done now is get over their past.
right.
That's the biggest
Right.
thing to do is get
Real
over their
life.
past and who you were, and realize that you are who you are now. And you don't. I mean,
You
you're
ever
trying
heard
to
that-
get who you want to be.
You ever heard
but
that saying? You're not going to outrun your past.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what you do.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not going to
outrun it. Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah.
See me the whole time I'm thinking like, yo, I'm just not getting in trouble no more.
Yeah.
I'm not getting in
Yeah.
trouble no more.
Yeah.
But and the reality was, I'm still the same kid.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
didn't get anywhere. I just have a bunch of fucking.
It's like that one nightmare. You're running
Tools.
away from
Yeah, I'm
Jason.
running
You know what I
away.
mean? He's always behind
And
you,
I'm
no matter
like-
how fast you run.
And I'm like, I turn around and just be like, give me a hug, my nigga.
Yeah.
We gonna be alright.
Yeah.
We gonna be alright. So I became one with myself. It's already recording, bro. We almost done. We're almost done. Oh, recording. Just kidding. About Mario.
Hit me back with the question.
I'm about to say if he went over, that's nice.
Yeah, we was spitting and they won't record it.
No. So like when you chose, it was like men.
We're talking about standards.
Yeah, men don't really have standards. So go
Yeah.
back on saying.
So what I was saying is, men get a lot of pressure on accepting women for who they are. You know what I'm saying? And saying we just gotta accept them for who they are. You know?
And we're not allowed to have them.
And we're not allowed to have the standards that we require within to say, hey, I want my future wife, you know what I'm saying, to act a certain way or be a certain way, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? We're not allowed to broadcast that because it's like, oh, you're supposed to accept the girl for who she is. Yeah, which, hey, at the end of the day, you can accept her for who she is. Alright? And you can accept that you don't want her in your life. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when it comes to, having conversations with your significant others about, insecurities and vulnerabilities and all that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? You have to make sure that you're being a little bit picky when picking the right person to have that intimate setting with. You know what I'm saying? And we're allowed to be selfish and we're allowed to have standards on making sure, hey, the person that I want in this so inner bubble that it's just you and that one other person, you have to make sure it's the right person. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, there's plenty of fish in the sea. If that fish don't work out for you, there's another fish that's out there. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta make sure that you like we said, not on the first date, but when things start getting serious, you should be able to put out there exactly what your standards are, what you expect of that other individual, and they should be able to let you know what they expect of you, which I think is very easy for a woman to be able to say, this is what I expect out of a man, but the other way around is a little bit challenging because, the world says, we're not supposed to think that way. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's very vital for us to keep that in the forefront of our minds when it comes to, dating and, being with somebody to make sure, hey, this is the person that fits exactly what I'm looking for or close enough. I always talk about with Ariana that 80 and 20% rule. You know what I'm saying? Like most of the time when we pick somebody, they're 80% of everything we want. They might not have that other 20, but 80% is great. You know what I'm saying? And some people fall in the trap of, cheating and whatnot because they might see that 20% roaming around in the street. You know what I'm saying? And they forget that they got 80% at home.
Whole lot of 20%.
You know what I'm saying? They see 20% out in the street, and they fall for it, and they play themselves to thinking, yo, that's everything that I want. No, it just some of the things that you haven't experienced lately, because that 1% that you picked just has that 80%, which is a lot. You know what I'm saying? You're never gonna find someone that has 100%. You know what I'm saying? You're lucky enough to find someone that's at 80%.
And that's the reality of some shit that I didn't know until last year. You're never gonna get 100%.
You're not gonna get 100%.
Yeah. As much as we grow up,
and we're not even 100% of what they want.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
as much as we heard,
we're solid if we got 80. You know?
As much as we heard back in the day, like, ain't nobody perfect. That's like, yo. Ain't nobody gonna be 100%,
man. You're seeing 100%.
Right.
On your phone, scrolling. You're seeing that shit all day.
It ain't even the 100%. It's the 20.
You're just seeing
it's the 20.
When you're on your phone, you see the 20%.
Well, you can see 100% of things on your phone. You can see 100% of 100.
Looks like 100.
You that's what he's saying. It's really the 20. You think it's 100, but it's really the 20 that you're missing.
Facts.
It's really the 20. It's like, yo, when you're looking at it on a pass and fail scale, you gonna go with the 20?
Or you going with the 80?
Come on, my nigga.
I'm going with the 80 every night. Alright? Like,
hey, a lot of niggas don't look, a lot of niggas or a lot of men don't look at themselves and be like, yo, am I even 100%?
Facts.
A lot of men don't look at themselves and be like, am I 100%?
Facts. Am I even 80?
Am I even 80?
Am I even 80%? Like,
I just want to be.
Worry about yourself, nigga.
I think
we gotta put that on the wall. Just like that sign up there. Worry about yourself, nigga.
I think in a relationship that you should be the percentage that this other person is missing. So if you only bring in 70%, just be the 30.
Come on.
Now y'all both 100.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And if she only got 30, just be the 70. Because all you got is 70.
Facts.
All she got is 30.
Facts.
If we both 100 at the end of the day,
come on.
I think
that's real.
I think that's the biggest W.
That's real. That's real.
I think that's the biggest, and I think like a lot of people get that shit twisted because they think shit is supposed to be
sweet all the time,
both ways.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like some days, nigga, you're not gonna have that 70.
Facts.
You're gonna have to rely on her to have that 70.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Some days she ain't got that 30.
Yep.
My nigga, bring 30. It just be like that some days.
Facts.
It be like that.
Bring 100% of everything that you got. You know what I'm saying?
So to close it out, fellas, I want y'all to go back again and talk to your younger body and get them some advice that they never got. Go back to time.
Worry about yourself, little nigga. Definitely put yourself first. That's one thing I've noticed. I've done
yourself first.
I've noticed. I'm not because I've done it, because I've seen it in my prior leaders. When I say leaders, I mean my parents. Not just my parents, but my grandmother, my aunts, my dad, everybody else that I've known. I've seen the most. My family has a big. I'm not gonna say it's a negative or a positive thing, but they put everybody else around them first. So I've noticed that a lot.
Yeah.
And I've done that too. Right. I've done it up until very recently. Not gonna say when, but recently I've been putting myself first.
Come on.
And it's definitely
love that for you, bro. Love that for you.
Work. And I can do that within my marriage. It's still grow. That's the crazy thing about it. You can put yourself first and still be on the same page with somebody else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would say, I would tell my younger self, find mentorship early. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's not the people that you've known for your whole life. You know what I'm saying? Find mentorship early and find someone that is in a position that you aspire to be in and run after their coattails. You know what I'm saying? Just because if they're where you're at, if they're where you want to be at, then they have something that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because all we know is this until someone exposes us to this. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know? And sometimes that person is not someone that you grew up with. It might not be your parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, our parents are going to teach us everything that they know.
They can.
But they only know what they know, like we only know what we know. You know what I'm saying? might be someone at that outer circle of someone you bump into that can expose you to a whole different life that you didn't even know was
There's a lot in the world, Warren.
Yeah.
It's more. Nobody in the world knows everything.
Absolutely.
So you can learn something from somebody. From
Facts.
everybody, you can learn.
Your younger self, man. Advice for your younger self.
I would tell myself, be you, unapologetically. Like, just be you. You know, don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to fit in with other people. I learned that my natural self is going to attract the people that I need in my life. Like, I ain't gotta be somebody else to be accepted by it.
There you go.
If I'm myself, especially at a young age, then the people that I need in my life is gonna be my life and accept me for who I am. Who I really am. You know what I mean? I ain't gotta do, I didn't have to do all that shit when I was a kid coming up. Cause y'all motherfuckers wouldn't even know if I ain't say nothing.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody would know that if I didn't say that. I don't broadcast this shit or anything. It's not nothing to be proud of, but it's not nothing to dwell on either. I always look at it like, this shit made me who I am. I ain't never gonna shy away from it. And it's just like, for real, it's like a testament to, like, the younger cats out there, like, dog, just because you go through some shit, and it might be the darkest place in the motherfucking world, you're already at the bottom. Ain't nowhere you can go but up.
Facts.
Literally nowhere you can go but up.
It's real.
And because, like, you get in some trouble or something like that, or you come from a really rough patch, or you come from a really rough area, or whatever it is, whatever the circumstance it is that's holding you down, small wins are important, just as important as the big wins. And I mean that, like, by just going to school every day. You go to school every day. That's a small win.
Yeah.
That's you staying out of trouble. That's you not, you know what I'm saying, chancing your life, gambling shit. You going to school every day. You getting a chance to, you might not learn something every day, but you're giving yourself a chance to learn something that day.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And if you you might not get the best job or the job that you want, but you got a job. Right? A lot of people don't have jobs. A lot of people don't. So you gotta, you know, don't take that stuff for granted. Take those small wins. Because, like, work ethic never ever goes unnoticed. Your work ethic never goes unnoticed.
Absolutely.
So, like, if you out there just, like, getting in trouble or, you know, in a dark space, just know it's a light on the other side. There's a light not too far from you. You just gotta turn around. Shadows are always on the backside of the light. You just gotta turn around, bro.
Come on.
You just gotta turn around.
You just gotta turn around. The
That is so real, Shalom.
always
so real.
on the backside of the light. You just gotta turn around, bro.
That's so
That's
real.
all you gotta do. So that's what I would just tell my younger self. I probably wouldn't be in the shit I was in.
That's real.
That's tough. That's shit, man.
Josh, you go?
Last but not least.
Yeah, what I would tell my younger self, stay in school, man. To stay in school, get glasses, cause I couldn't see.
Tell yourself something that you don't already know.
Stay in school, man.
School ain't the only way, y'all. I'm just gonna say that out loud for the homies in the back.
Hey, tell them.
School ain't for everybody.
College ain't for everybody. I'm in school. It's in college, bro.
Graduate
Graduate high school, that's for sure. Graduate high school. And my man definitely graduated high school.
Everybody.
He said it like he ain't even graduated.
Yeah, he said he dropped out like the 9th grade.
College ain't for
This is what
everybody.
I gotta deal with every time. Now let me finish talking, man. What I meant by, I wasn't talking about college, because none of us went to fucking college, so I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
He's got a bachelor's, associates, and bachelor's. All right.
What I was talking about was me and Kareem, because that's
Wait to college shit.
Yes.
yeah, well, we went, but always, yeah, either way. Either me and Kareem, no.
We went to the 13th grade, Thomas Nelson.
Yeah, kinda. We went down the street.
Warren
You know what I mean?
University.
We
But,
stopped by a few times.
no, what I meant to that is just stay in school, because when I was in high school, the second I could sign myself out, I did. And instead of at least learning what I could while I was there, I didn't. And
That's real.
like, I didn't take advantage of that. Like, I could have got a 4.0. I could have maybe got a fucking scholarship. I could have got that shit for free, but I didn't even give myself a chance because I gave it to temptation. So that's how I was going to finish. You know what I mean? But no, fuck college. Yeah.
Unless it's paid for.
Yeah. Unless it's paid for. And that's what I wanted to
Or
give
if you
myself the
gotta
opportunity
go,
to maybe have.
Yeah.
And maybe by just staying in, I could have maybe had it. But I took every opportunity to fucking leave.
You get an opportunity to go to college.
Yeah, and it's because I
gotta
couldn't
be
see.
it's like you get paid.
Yeah.
All right, to go.
Yeah.
All right, it's paid for.
But yeah, no, for
You're
sure.
not getting paid.
Yeah, it would've been cool. It would have been cool.
If it's paid for,
Yeah,
you're almost getting paid to go.
Yeah, so that'd be good. Tell myself straighten up, man.
All right, fellas, let's.
Appreciate y'all, brothers.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We done did it. We did it. All right,
A
vulnerable talk.
lot of editing.
A lot
A lot of
editing, a lot of Enzo.